Hello, hello. Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening, depending on where you are in the world. And we're going to do some yoga. Today's going to be a little bit more strength oriented. We talked about this yesterday. But when I do my personal training sessions, we do a lot of lunging and jumping, all taken from my good buddy Tony Horton, and so what I do is we do a lot of lunging and jumping and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're going to add that into our mix of yoga today, and I'll tell you. So it's going to be things like this. I'll show you. So essentially, we're going to be doing a little bit of like squatting, coming up on the toes, maybe some, kind of a little bit more. We're just going to throw in a little bit more fitness type stuff in the midst of some yoga. So typically the structure of these classes has been, a little bit of a warm up and then some standing sequences, and then we'll focus on maybe an arm balance, and we'll lead up into that arm balance. So this time we'll kind of throw in maybe 30 seconds of a little bit of hopping around or jumping around, so we'll see how it goes, and then I'll ask for your feedback, because we could do this kind of on the Thursday we got the runner thing. We could do this on Thursdays, and then just solely focus on yoga the other days. Anyway, we'll start in about a minute, so if you're just joining us, grab your mat. We got a solid hour to move our body and to move through some of the stress. And just for your information, last night, Madison, my daughter Madison, she wet her bed, and at 4 a.m. came in and said, "I wet my bed." And so I was up at 4, and then I thought, okay, that's not so bad. Liam, the 8-month-old, he's sleeping through the night for the most part. He's been waking up around 5, and we're not taking him out of his bed until 6. And of course, I'm up a little bit late, so I was up until about 11, which is later for me. And so, so 4 a.m. I got, and then literally half an hour later, 45 minutes later, where I thought, oh, I'll still have a little time. I was going to get up at 6 and go for a run, and then wah! So it's now 9 o'clock my time. I've been up for 5 hours, and didn't actually get to go for my run. So that's what happens when you got 2 little kids in quarantine, right? 2 little kids anywhere, I guess. So now that I've shared with you my woes, those are my woes, right? Problems of abundance. We have kids who wake up in the middle of the night. So then we're going to start. I would just say as a reminder, as a disclaimer, if anything that we do hurts or doesn't work or it doesn't feel right, please skip it. I always try to give you modifications so that you can actually do at least as much as possible and challenge yourself. I think challenging ourselves is one of the most important things, but everybody's different. Some people are tighter, some people are more flexible, some people are stronger, some people are weaker. So let's do it. So starting at the front of your mat, bring your feet about shoulder distance, bring the palms together, close your eyes. A few deep breaths, relax the shoulders. Take a moment, set that intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen. And then drop your head over to one side. Take a nice, easy neck stretch. I have to say my arms are a little bit sore. My arms and my pecs. I did that whole Bring Sally Up challenge yesterday. Oh, if you don't know what that is, I will explain it in a moment. Switch sides in that neck stretch, but I am a little sore, I gotta say. So we'll be doing some of this so I can break open some of that soreness there. Good. Drop the arms from there. A few circles with the head, one direction. Some days you wake up sooner than you want, and you wake up and you forgot you didn't take the pack and play in, and it got the sprinklers got it all wet. It just seems like everything just isn't going the way I wanted it to go. So now it's time to change that, right? Switch directions with your head. Just because there's stress or things aren't going your way, this is for me as much as it might be for someone out there. It doesn't mean we can't shift the whole day, can't shift the whole focus of the day. Go ahead and take the arms up. Nice big inhale, interlace the fingertips, turn the palms forward, and then reach the arms up. Stretch, shoulder stretch. So the Bring Sally Up challenge, which I'll post on my Instagram and my Facebook page. So there's that song. I think I mentioned this the other day, but just in case you weren't part of that session. But it's that song that was on the Moby Play B-sides. It's like, bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Yeah, something like that. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down, dun 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 dun, right? So there's a push-up challenge. And every time they go, bring Sally up, you're supposed to go up. And then when I say, bring Sally down, you're supposed to go down. And the song winds up being like 3.5 minutes. And you're down in a low push-up most of the time. Lean back, take a big inhale, and then fold down, forward, exhale. And I cracked once. Like I did the whole entire thing. But right at the end, there was a moment where I just kind of went to down dog for a half a second, and then I came back down. But I would give myself a 99 out of 100. Hang forward here, breathe, grab your elbows, drop your head down, stretch. Oh, the things we do in quarantine. Clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the fingertips. Stretch the shoulders. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. If it were pull-ups, I would not have lasted 30 seconds. Push-ups I can do, pull-ups not as much. Not that much anyway. Couple more breaths. Good. Release the arms from there. Roll back up slowly and make some arm circles. One arm. Oh, yes. This is precisely what I need. Oh, good. And then other arm. Same thing. My friend Michelle is in quarantine in Hong Kong. She's on day 10. So Hong Kong, what happens is you get to the airport, and now side to side here, you get to the airport, they take your temperature, they give you a test for COVID, and then you sit in the airport. You do not leave the airport until the results come back. And it took about 6 hours for her. She got the results, and then they give you a bracelet, and you have to go home and quarantine for 14 days. She's currently on day 10, right? This is currently what's happening, right? And they don't have nearly as many cases, right? And they call you randomly. Are you at home? Are you quarantining? Nope. She is, though. Palms together, arms up, nice big inhale. Folding all the way down, forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward, and then step back to plank pose as you exhale. Hold plank, top of a push-up. And as much as I don't want to do these 5 push-ups, we're going to do them. Lower halfway chaturanga. That's not bad. Push back up. Plank. Actually easier, right? Yes, than yesterday. Push. Back up. 3 more. Lower. Press up. Lower. Push up. One more. Lower. And press up. Good. Drop to the knees. Cat and cow tilts. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to do our normal yoga warm up, our normal sun salutations to start, just because I think it's a great way to get the body active, wake up the body. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side. Shoulder and hip together one side, shoulder and hip together other side. Keep that going a few times. All right, a couple more. Good. And then downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. Give it a nice big stretch. And switch sides and stretch. Good. And we'll get right into our sun salutations. Come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. Extend your spine as you inhale, look forward, fold down as you exhale. Stretch. Come all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Good. Arms up again. Inhale. Lean back. Exhale. Fold all the way down, forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step back to plank pose as you exhale. Lower down. You can lower all the way to the mat. We'll do the first one easy. Gentle cobra pose. Feel that in your spine. You know, move around a little bit here. Take this first one. Drop the shoulders, lift the heart, breathe deep. Good. And then downward facing dog. Pause here, breathe, fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Great. Up on the toes, walk softly, or you could hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold as you exhale, stretch all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. We make it a little bit more challenging this time. Arms up, inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. If your body's ready, halfway up, inhale. You jump back or you step back. Chaturanga, and then upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. So that's obviously the more advanced one. If you need to go all the way to the mat, that's totally fine. Anytime you need to go all the way to the mat is totally fine. One more breath, really stretch. Up on the toes, walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up again as you inhale. Hands to the heart as you exhale. One more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Chaturanga. Oops, I didn't jump back as far as I should have. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Right away from here, take the right leg up behind you. Lift it up and breathe. Hold it, stretch. I'm going to do a little bit of core strength. Shoulders over the wrist, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side, twist. Back and up. Forward up to your right side. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Pause here. Come on the fingertips or grab your blocks, and then straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips down. Inhale, straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips down. Inhale. Exhale. Couple more. Inhale. exhale. One more like that, inhale, and exhale. And then we're gonna go into that quad stretch. So fold over the back of your mat if you need some extra padding. And then from here, go ahead, grab that foot, and then drop your quadricep down. And by the way, if grabbing this foot causes a cramp, then just skip it and just kind of sink forward in like that. That would be totally fine. But if you can, a few more breaths here in the stretch. Oh my gosh, I have to give a shout out to Kevin Starr and his whole family who were doing the headstand thing. So they posted a little video of themselves doing our headstand sequence. I think it was yesterday, and it was awesome. And they all were falling all over the place, but he did a great job. Well done, my friend. Well done. All right, now warrior one. Turn the back foot flat down. Come on up to warrior one. This class will be right up his alley because he's much fitness guy. Go ahead and clasp the hands back behind you. Interlace the fingertips. Lift the heart up. Draw the shoulders back and down. Oh, good. One more inhale. And then fold down as you exhale. Drop the head down, stretch. Good. One more breath. Give it a big stretch. And then come on back up. Warrior one. Inhale. Hands down to the floor. Exhale. Take the leg back. Vinyasa. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Whoa, geez. Downward facing dog. And then bluebird comes shooting at my face. Left leg up behind you. Hold it up. Breathe. Good. And then shoulders over the wrist, knee to the nose, abdomen strong. Lift it back and up. Forward across, knee to your right side. Twist. Back and up. Forward up to the left side. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. We do about 5, 6, or 7 times here. Inhale. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot. Exhale. Bend the knee, drop the hips down. Inhale, straighten the leg, flex. Exhale, bend. Keep that going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. A couple more. Inhale. And exhale. One more, why not? Inhale. Exhale. Good. So back knee down, fold up that mat if you can. And again, if grabbing the back foot is not for you, then this is your stretch, just right there into that hip stretch. But if you can, grabbing the back foot and then sink forward and breathe. Oh my goodness. My quads are sore. Why are they sore? I think they're just always sore. They're just always sore. But you know what? Being a little sore all the time, and it was actually Brendan Brazier who I heard this from. Brendan Brazier is the guy who created Vega, co-created Vega, and he said, you know, if you're sore all the time, it just means your body's in a state. Go ahead and release that, warrior one, in a state of regeneration. Because that's the process, right? The process is you break down the muscle needs amino acids, proteins, doesn't matter where they come from, plants or animals, whatever is your choice. But that's the building blocks of the body, right? Go ahead and have your hips forward, arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Oh yeah, we haven't done this in a while. So turn your palms out, look up at your hands, turn the palms out, cross your arms, and then push the palms together. Your head, you want inside the arms if you can, and push. So it's kind of shoulder warm up here. Breathe deep, still in warrior one with your legs, hips forward, lift up, lean back a little bit, and then release that. Clasp the hands behind you, interlace, take another big inhale, lift up, and then fall down as you exhale. Stretch. And breathe. Good, one more breath, give it a good stretch. And then back up, warrior one, inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Remember, anytime you need to, you can always lower all the way to the mat. And then just take your gentle back bend. And then back up to downward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Hold here, breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat. Breath smooth. We're going to take our 3 times through some sun salutation B sequences. Come up on the toes. Walk softly to the hands. Extend the spine as you inhale. Look forward. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there. Bend the knees. Reach the arms. Hold it here. Good. Steady. Steady with your chair pose. Sink a little bit lower if you can. 10 more seconds. Arms up. One more inhale. Sink a little bit lower. And then stand. Bring the hands together at the heart. Exhale. Good. Nice big full breath. Now linking it together, we'll do 3 rounds. So sun salutation B, chair pose first. Inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Extend your spine as you inhale. Step back or jump back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. I'm not doing the extra chaturanga today. Right leg up. Bring it forward. You're welcome to, though. Warrior one. Reach up. Inhale. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Reach up. Hands down. Leg back. Lower down. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Hold it and breathe. Fingers spread, palms flat, starting to feel a little bit of warmth, a little bit of heat coming from within. That's where you want the heat to come from. A couple more breaths. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there as you inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale, take a nice big full breath. Good. Back to chair, inhale. Fold down forward, exhale. One more round like this, halfway up. Inhale, step or hop back, exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Maybe chaturanga. Okay, I did one. Down dog, right leg up and bring it forward. Warrior one, stretch. Hands down, leg back. Vinyasa, lower. Good, left side, same thing. Take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach. Hands down, take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Good. Pause here, breathe. One more breath. And then up on the toes. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Chair pose from there. Bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand up, hands together at the heart. Exhale. So here's where we're going to right away throw in our, you can stay at the front of your mat, just take the feet apart a little bit, just to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to face you guys so you can kind of see. So that first exercise that we're going to throw in here is called calf raises. So basically what you're going to do, and we're going to see if we can make it to 30 of them. You're going to squat down like this and then reach up onto the toes. Okay, so that's one. But we're going to do them so the modification is just not going as low, right? So that's fine. You come up on the toes, you go down, you come up on the toes, you go down. All right, 30 times. Let's go ahead and start here. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, looking up the whole time. 3, 4, 5, butt down, head up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up on the toes. 11, keep it up. 12, 13, 14, these will warm you up. 15, 16, 17, 18, they start to get a little bit, get your attention a little bit. 21, and then they get harder. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 28, 29, one more, 30. All right, very good. Hang forward. Hang forward and stretch. Just breathe. Back to some yoga. Clasp the hands back behind you, interlace the squat for a moment. It's a good little stretch after an exercise like that. Interlace all the fingers except the index fingers. Reach the arms forward, lift the arms up, and breathe deep. Stretching the upper back if you can at the same time you're stretching your shoulders and quads and low back. One more inhale, and then fold down, lift the hips, clasp the hands back again, stretch the shoulders, a few breaths. Good. Then release it from there, interlace, right back down, same thing. We're going to 2 more like this, 3 total, lifting the arms up, stretch. Good, one more inhale, get into the upper back if you can, and then fold, clasp the hands back, interlace, stretch. Good, and then release it again, one more, interlace, lift up, stretch. Good, one more inhale, and then fold down, clasp the hands back, stretch again, last one here. All right, and then release that, engage the abdomen, slowly roll up. Good, take a nice big inhale, lift the arms, hands together at the heart, exhale. So now another leg exercise that I do in this plyometrics routine that I do. So I think we'll probably throw in maybe, 4 or 5 different moves. So the next one is technically called super skater, just because it, I think it looks kind of like a super skater, right? You're like this, right? So the idea is to stand on one leg, and at first, the main part of the exercise is simply bending the knee, straightening the leg, bending, straightening. So that's the modification. That's the easiest thing to do. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten. As you start to get a little more adept at this particular exercise, as you bend the leg, you'll reach the opposite leg back and that arm forward as a counterbalance, right? So it'll go like this. And then as you get really adept, you bring the knee up high too. So we're going to do 20. Start with the first 3 or 4, nice and easy, and then as you feel like you can handle it. And by the way, the idea is to stand on one leg the whole time. But if you have to tap back here or tap the floor, that's totally fine too. If you're newer at this kind of stuff, it's going to be challenging. So even if you're not, it's challenging. Go ahead and stand on, I'm standing on my left leg. So let's all start on the left leg and then begin. So lower, 1, 2, good. 3, start the leg and the arm. 4, 5, and then lift the knee. 6, 7, so it becomes core. 2, 8, 9, bend. 10, we're going to 20 by the way. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, one more, 20. It's always a feat if you can do the whole thing without actually touching, which is rare for me, but I did it just then. give myself a little pat on the back. All right, so other side, same thing. Okay, ready? So a little bit, 1, 2, 3. Now start to get the leg involved in the arm. 4, 5, 6. Like teach your body how to do these movements. 8, 9, halfway, maybe. You could always stop early. 12, abdomen is involved. 13, 14, strong midsection. 15, work the balance. 16, whoa. 17, 18, 19, one more. Oh, and I lost it on 20. Oh well. Here, I owe you guys one more. 20. So sometimes it doesn't always work. All right, palms together, arms up, nice big inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Step back as you exhale. You could jump vinyasa, lower down, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Right leg when you're ready, take it up behind you, bring it all the way forward, turn the back foot flat, warrior 1, and then warrior 2, open up to the side. So just mixing in some of those moves in there. You know, it's high intensity interval training where you're taking a short amount of time, stronger bursts. It's something that you don't typically get in a yoga practice, right? The vinyasas that we do are basically the biggest cardio, but that's not cardio at all, actually. I mean, a little bit, you'll raise your heart rate a little bit, but you'd be lucky if you break 100 beats a minute. Go ahead now, take this arm back behind you, wrap it around, forearm to the thigh, lengthen the upper body up, turn and twist up and breathe. Strong back leg, sinking down a little bit lower, twist a little bit more. Now, take this hand to the floor, or a block, or your block if you're using your block. That's fine. And then this time we're going to keep this arm wrapped. We're going to take this to half moon pose. So look down, unless you've been practicing a long time, in which case, look up. But otherwise, look down, scoot that back foot a little bit forward, and then up into half moon pose. All right. Once you're up, then you can release that arm to the ceiling. And maybe look up at that top thumb. And breathe deep. Good, one more breath. And then back to triangle pose. So slowly, or not so slowly, come not so gracefully, come back to triangle pose. Triangle pose, right hand, right shin down, left or right hand on the right shin there, left arm up, few breaths. One more breath, open up. and then left hand down to the floor. Step the back foot a little bit closer, angle it forward, reverse triangle pose. Left hand stays down, right arm turns up if you can. And if it's possible for you, eventually that hand goes to the outside of the mat. And then twist and turn and breathe. One more inhale, twist. And then both hands down to the floor, hang and stretch. So I kind of like the idea of like throwing in a little high intensity interval training, pose or 2 or 5 throughout this sequence. One more standing pose here, 2 more actually. So first, reverse half moon. So lift the back leg, lengthen the upper body, twist, open. So now you're twisting, right? Standing on the right leg, but right arm goes up. Drive the back leg back, lengthen up, turn and twist. A couple more breaths. Good, one more. Inhale, twist. And then both hands down and lift the back leg. This would be the last pose of the standing sequence here. So standing splits, lift that back leg nice and deep. A couple more breaths. Oh, okay, good. And then shake out the right leg. Give it a little shake. We'll squat down again because squatting is really good. Squatting is so good for you. I love squatting. You guys, I have to say thank you very much for showing up. Just sincerely, because as I mentioned early on, just had a little bit of a rougher night and rougher morning, and I feel so much like that is so much in the past now, and I feel 100 times better. And the truth is, if you guys didn't show up, I would probably say, whatever, I'll just be miserable in my day. So thank you for that. I very much appreciate you all showing up. All right, back to crow pose. Well, not back to crow pose. Set the hands, lean in, and balance. All right. It's a two-way street here. You guys support me, I support you. Now, jump back, or step back, of course. Upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Good. Take an extra moment, bend that left leg, push the right heel down, give it a big stretch. And then left side, take the leg up, bring it forward, turn the back foot flat down, come to warrior 1, and then warrior 2. So our other side here, warrior 2, breathe, just clearing some ear stuff. I don't know. We always tell Madison, wait, what? This is how we get her to brush her teeth. Wait a second, I think I see a raccoon in your mouth. You need to brush that guy out of there. Whatever it takes, baby. Go ahead now, take the back arm around the back and lean forward, forearm to the thigh, twist up and hold, and breathe. When she blows her nose, we'll go, oh my goodness, look at that. You just blew out a little mouse. What is going on up there? It's crazy though, since we've all been quarantined, like nobody's gotten sick. She would come home with colds all the time from kids at the park or whatever. 0 since we've been here. All right, now half moon. Oh no, down first. Lengthen the upper body, turn and twist up. Breathe deep. Good. And then look down. Now scoot that back foot a little bit forward. Step up into half moon. Once you're up in your half moon pose, the arm can go up to the ceiling. Breathe deeply. Good. One more nice big breath. Whoa. And then back to triangle pose. Left hand on the shin, right arm up. Lean back, breathe deep. One more inhale, open up. and then right hand down to the floor. Step closer, angle it forward. Right hand stays down, left arm turns up. Breathe. Good. One more inhale, twist and turn. And then both hands down. Hang forward, stretch. A few breaths. Good. And then you're going to lift the back leg. Two more standing poses here. This is reverse half moon. So you're standing on the left leg. Right leg lifts up a lot. Drive the back leg back, flex the back foot, and then twist the body and turn and stretch. Breathe. Whoa. Crash. One more inhale, and then both hands down to the floor. Lift the back leg up, stretch it. Good. One more breath, lifting up. Okay. And both feet down again. Shake out the legs. Shake out that leg. Squatting down again. All right. Pause here. Take a few breaths. We'll do crow pose one more time, and any variation you want. So you could do crow to just one-legged crow. You could step one leg back at a time. That's hard enough. You could do crow to headstand, and I'll see if I have any strength left in my body to go crow to handstand, so we'll see. But otherwise, just stay in your squat. Be entertained for half a second. From here, make sure I'm not going to hit anything above me. Crow pose. And if you are at the point where you're attempting this, it's so much about the abdomen and your back. Your back has to lift the legs, and obviously your arms too. So we'll see what happens here. I don't know. Ready? Abdomen strong, and then lift up. Push up. There we go. Not bad. Sometimes it works. So, whether you're in headstand or handstand or just crow, go ahead and come on back down. My descent was not exactly graceful. That's okay. Step back, vinyasa, downward facing dog. Oh, I'll take the ascent after yesterday's workout. Now bend the right leg, push the left leg down, stretch. Good. All right, and then go ahead and step forward, halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands together at the heart, exhale. So we've got two more legs. We're going to do them back to back. Two more leg exercises. One's going to be kind of a bit more strength, squatty strength, and the other one's going to be a little bit faster. We're going to do 30 and 30 in each one. So you got 60 things to do. Do the best you can. The main thing is not to hurt your lower back. So the first one looks like this. Here's your demonstration. It's a little squat, just like we did before, but then a big kick, right? That's one. A little squat, and then a big kick. That's two. So just like that, right? Back and forth. We're going to do 30 times. This here, again, if you're modifying, it's just a little lift with the foot. A little squat and a little lift, and a little squat and a little lift. All right, what I don't want you to do is reach for the floor. If you're reaching for the floor, notice my back. If I reach for the floor like this, my back is super rounded, and there's way, way, way too much strain that you're putting on your back if you do that. So please don't do that. All right? You take full responsibility for any deleterious actions, anything bad that happens to you while you're at home doing this on your own is your own fault. That's for sure. Okay, so since we're all adults, we can take responsibility for ourselves, right? Okay, good. So 30 times squat and up. 1, squat. 2, 30 seems like a long ways away, but 10% done already. 4, squat. 5, head up, butt down. 6, 20%. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Look at that. 11, 12, abdomen strong. 13, good. 14, butt down, head up. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more, 21, 22, 23, 24, a little fatigue, 25, 26, I'm glad I didn't go for my run, 27, 28, 29, one more, 30, good. Take a short break, no more than 30 seconds. And then the next one we're gonna do, I'll demonstrate, looks like this. You're gonna face the camera or the horizon, wherever you're looking. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are much quicker, right? I'm gonna do 30 of them, and we're gonna start in 10 more seconds. Remember, abdomen strong. Don't lunge to the side. You want to jump up, turn, jump down. Jump up, turn in midair, jump down. So the knees are only doing this. They're not doing that. Okay? 30 times. Abdomen comes from, all this comes from the midsection. Ready? Last one, and then we cool down. Set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Abdomen strong. 7, 8, 9, 30. Just feel it for a second. Don't pass out. All right, back to the front. Palms together. Inhale, reach the arms up. Fold down, exhale. Halfway up. Inhale, look forward. Step back to plank. Vinyasa, lower down. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. And then right to child's pose. Drop to the knees. Put the head down. Relax for a moment there. And just pause. Give yourself a couple breaths. Give yourself a moment for the heart. And the breath to come back. So it's interesting mix. You know, yoga is so much about getting yourself into a difficult situation, and then you're able to kind of control, once you start practicing a little bit, you're able to control your breathing. You understand the effort that you have to put in to maybe get a little bit deeper in a pose. And then if that's, you don't have the effort, then you have to back up a little bit. And it's a very strategic formula, which changes on a daily basis every day, because you could be tired, your kids could be up in the middle of the night, you might not have a job. Like, there's so many different things that will cause us, your diet, your sleep, so many different things, how much exercise you're doing. Come on back up from child's pose. Sit up onto the heels like this. And then lean back. So just go ahead and lean back if you can. So if this is already a big stretch for you, then you don't have to lean back because you're already in a big stretch. But if you can, then lift the knees back. Lift the knees up and back. Push the heart up, drop the shoulders down, breathe. Good, one more breath. And then slowly come on forward. You could double up your mat if you need to. We're gonna go to Ustrasana, camel pose. Lifting up, leaning back, breathing deep. We'll do 2 like this. But basically what I was saying is it's tricky. I think it's a beautiful combination to what happens in yoga. Right hand to the heel, left arm up, lean back. And the benefits are just enormous, which is why I love it so much, and it feels so good, and I continue to practice and teach. But to mix in some of the heavier, harder, more cardio intensive moves along with those principles of yoga, in my opinion, is a great combination. One more inhale. Because so often when we get to exercise, we forget all those yoga principles. Lift the upper arm up, lean back. Just like surrender, right? And breathe. Right? It seems like it comes from such a different mindset. And it doesn't have to. One more breath. It's funny. I'll share this story. Go ahead and come down. We're going to do one more back bend. But one of my first teachers early on, sadly, I ran my first marathon, and there was a split in our relationship. It just seemed like he, I don't know, just wasn't kind of, giving, like I felt like I was still putting in as much effort, and there was a reciprocation between the teacher and the student, this one particular teacher, and but it shifted. So I called him out on it because, that's kind of what I do. Lean back, push the hips up, lift the heart up, breathe deep. A few breaths. One more breath. And then slowly, abdomen strong, come on out. Down into pigeon pose. But anyway, so I said, yeah, it seems like the relationship has shifted. And he goes, oh, really, I haven't really thought about it, which is so bogus, because it was such a huge shift that he must have thought about it, right? But anyway, he said, oh yeah, I guess if I think about it, the marathon, you did the marathon, and that's a competitive event. And he said he felt like if I had put all my energy and effort into my yoga practice, that I could be this incredible yogi, And I thought to myself at that moment, I thought, oh, because and I'm partly responsible because I put him on a pedestal, right? And at that moment, I knew that he was not the right teacher for me, because for me, that marathon that I did, which was my first marathon 20 years ago, in fact, it was, I think, June 3rd or June 2nd or June 4th in 2000, in fact, so coming up on 20 years. But that was a 26.2 mile yoga pose. It was a yoga practice for me. Couple more breaths in this, and that's how I see all of life, really. And exercise is just, when I go out and I run these hills or whatever, do an Ironman, train for a 10-hour bike ride, it's all about, it's how can I combine these things? How can I combine my fitness and my strength and my serenity and my breath and my energy and my ability to relax and surrender and push hard at the same time? It's a very fine line. Switch legs to be able to relax your jaw and your face, and when you're trying to sprint to the finish line, right? And that's one of the things that interests me, is how, what am I capable of physically, right? What can I push myself beyond the limits that I ever thought possible, which I already know is true, because I never would have expected to run a marathon, let alone do an Ironman and other triathlons and 100-mile bike rides and all kinds of things. And believe me, I'm not, I'm a regular guy. I'm not. There's some people who are way far beyond and faster and stronger than I am, for sure. But for me, in my journey, I never would have thought I would do the things that I do, that I love to do so much. And I love the combination. I think that's how I started this little tirade. With the combination of the breath and the strength and the surrender and the speed, right? I love it. A few more breaths on this side. But let me know how this went, throwing in some of those, because maybe once a week we'll do that. Maybe once a week we'll throw them in where we're still getting our sun salutations, we're still getting our yoga warm up, we're still getting that intention, but we're kind of, throwing down the gauntlet a little bit and getting the heart rate moving a little bit. So let me know if that's interesting, and then I'll add it once a week. I do it anyway, probably 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week, I think. Not all of it. I don't do that every day, that's for sure. Sometimes I have to, with clients, I have to do half of it. All right, that's good. Come on up. Both legs forward, shake them out. And then my shameless plug for our classes here. Studio still shut down. If you can afford to pay for your classes and support us and donate, that would be fantastic. Shake the legs out, but out to the side, flex the feet back, reach the arms up, fold forward. If not, of course, don't worry about it. I want this to be here for all of us during this time and beyond, because I think it's important for us to stay healthy. The healthier we are, hopefully, that rubs off on some other folks, and the healthier everybody can be. And the sooner we'll be back to a healthy world again, at least I hope. But anyway, if you are in the financial position to help support us, you can do that a couple ways. 5pointyoga.com, just scroll a little bit, you can see how to do it there. Or you can Venmo me directly at Teddy McDonald. So all that money goes straight to the studio as well, so we can pay our bills. Oh, and I finally got the little community set up. So if you go to teddymcdonald.com, my own website, my personal website, it's back up. It was hacked, but it's back up. And you can always, of course, sign up for my newsletter, my email newsletter. But also there's a community link. If you click the community link, you could join what I'm calling Conscious Endurance. And it's basically a social media platform for just us, for people like us who want to, practice yoga and do super cool things and push themselves and be healthy and live, until we're 150. So do that if you can, and I'll see you in there. But I'll keep mentioning that once I get more details. Those of you on Instagram, we'll be losing you for a moment. Thank you very much. Everybody else, we're going to go back and do shoulder stand and then twist and Shavasana. Go ahead and take the legs up and over and up to shoulder stand. Few breaths. Let gravity do the work here. And then legs out to the side, stretch. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together, and then push the legs back up. And then down over the head. Slowly come out and do our final twist. Pull the right knee in, give it a good squeeze in. Roll to your left side and twist. Switch sides, same thing. Coming back, pull the knee in, and then roll. Good. Back to the center. Shavasana. A few minutes here. Eyes closed. Shavasana. shoulders down away from the ears, feet flop open. Take a nice deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Totally relax. Okay, you can start to bend the knees, roll to your right side. Just take a few breaths. And then make your way up to a seat. Comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll just take a short moment here to close. Palms up. Eyes closed. A few breaths. All right, bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much. As always, thank you for showing up. I feel so much better. I hope you do too. See you right back here tomorrow. Tomorrow I know for sure I'm going to be at the studio. But thank you very much. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, support your local businesses, and I will see you tomorrow, hopefully.